Hey guys, so this is the footprint chart instruction video, how to get it set up and looking like this. And I'll also go over the features of what this footprint chart contains and what it shows. Okay, so let's get started. So when you first install the footprint chart, it will look like this. Okay, and it's advisable to get a large screen like by 1920 by 1080, so you can see the full layout of this chart. So this footprint chart has a lot of features. It has the supply and demand zone, and these are toggleable buttons. So if you press these buttons, so let's try the supply and demand zones. This goes off. Okay, so you have these buttons at the top. The supply and demand zones, fundamentals, and mini chart. Reset, zoom in, zoom out, up, down, bar, volume profile, delta bars, and side panels. And then you've got your candle style buttons here. And at the bottom you have the summary table, the DOM, timing cells with RSI, MACD, and you've got the session volume profile here as well, and the signal meter. Okay, let's go step by step of what each of these buttons do and how you can change them as well. So the supply and demand zone is here, so it shows you the supply and demand zones here. So this is that one there, and you've got the support here. And he also has a POC, the point of control for the whole session. So if we toggle this button off, all the zones disappear. You won't be able to see the zones. Okay, let's go back. We toggle back on, the zones come back again. Yes, so that's what this button does. And then you've got the fundamentals. The fundamentals is the news chart here, so it can show you all the latest news for the day, upcoming news, and it's also color coded as well, so you can see by orange the medium news and the red for the high effect news. And you can switch that off as well. You can keep it like that, nice and clean, or you can bring it back up like this if you want to keep that on. And then we've got the mini chart session as well. And so what this does, if we toggle this on, it will tell you the whole chart session for that day and all the way to the end of the session. So this is what your view will look. And it's also color coded. So if it's a very bullish, it will be on your color coded theme. So right now I've got a red and green theme, so it will tell you. So right now it's changed to, so it will keep going up and down like this, and you can switch that off like that as well. Okay, a mini chart session like this. Then we have the instrument symbol information here. So I'm trading the GPP JPY. It tells you the pair name, the pair price, live price, and the daily change as well. Okay. Then you've got the 5 higher time frame bias. It's telling you what's happening in the higher time frame, what direction it is at the moment. So you've got 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, and the daily. And these are color coded as well, and with arrows telling you which directions is the price is at the moment. Okay, and it tells you the higher time frame. So the 4 hour and the daily, it tells you that it's bearish. It's looking a bit bearish on the 4 hours and the daily, but the current chart is bullish for 5 minutes. Okay, and then we've got these buttons. Now these buttons are scaling and zooming out buttons. So if you want to zoom in to the candle, you can zoom in like this. Okay, so you've zoomed in, you can see all the bearded arcs or you can zoom out depending on how many candles you have selected to be visible on the chart. You can zoom out and see as much as you want. Okay, you can reset the layout like this as well, back to your default position. You can also move up or move down. So let's keep it back to the default position. And then we have the bar volume profile. Okay, so this is the volume profile for the bar. So you can click that on, and then it will show you the profile for each bar on there as well. And you can toggle that off or toggle it back on if you want. Yes, that's up to you how you want to see the chart layout as well. Then we've got the delta bars, and if you click that, it will tell you the delta volume for each bar underneath the candle. So this one's got 30 plus delta, 77 plus delta, and this one's going up, and it's 290. And this is the delta information you can see. So you can see the other ones as well. Yeah. So it tells you over here, these are the delta bar information. This one is a side panel button. So you see all this side. So we've got the chart analyst, the signal meter, the volume profile, timing cells, and the DOM. So that's all. This is side panels. If you don't want to see the side panel and you want to go for a nice clean look, you can just toggle that off, and you'll have it looking like this, nice and simple. If you want to keep that on, you can keep it like this back on. So let's just show you that as well. So you can do that. You can toggle this off as well, and the summary table. If you don't want to see the summary table, you can take that off as well, and you can have a nice clean chart looking like that. So let's bring that back. So at the bottom we have the summary table. Now the summary table is color coded with intensity level as well, so they will change with the level of the more volume comes in, the lighter it becomes, and low volume becomes more darker as well. Okay, and it says volume, so this is all the volume. Okay, so it will tell you what volume is each bar, delta for each candle as well, and the cumulative delta, the ask, and the bid. Okay, and it has a candle timer here as well, and this changes when it's 30 seconds. This will change by color as well, so it's telling you that there's 30 seconds left, it will be yellow, and then 10 seconds is red, 20 seconds is orange. So it's got a nice color countdown on there as well. And then this is one of the best feature for this chart. So right now we have the footprint style chart. Okay, so this is the middle candle. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 style chart. Okay, you can choose between any of these, and this is one of the best features because with a click you can just change it to how you want to see it. So this is the minimalist, so all it shows you the bid and the ask and the imbalance, and if you like a clean look, this is the one for you. Okay, no candle, no frames, and it just shows you the bid and ask for each of the candles. You can change that just clicking one button. So if you want to go for a background cell, so this one, okay, this is for volume background. So it shows you all the volume for each of the price levels, and it's color coded as well. Background volume cells, and is intensity color as well. So higher volume will be much lighter, much brighter, and it tells you and it shows you here. The low volume will be darker, and it gives you more of a directional, biased, concise understanding that which way the candle is moving. Okay, and then we have the candle frame. So this is a candle body that shows you within that you have the bid and ask and the imbalance, and you can change it just by one click. Okay, and then you have the volume profile as well. And the volume profile also is color intensity as well. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay. And then we have the frameless one. So the frameless is the candle on the side, the nice thin candle on the side with the bid and ask and the imbalance. Like that look. And there we got the middle candle as well. Now we've got the delta cells. So the delta cells will tell you just the delta at the price level. Okay, and these are intensity color cells as well. Then we've got the bid and ask profile and the bid and ask cells. Okay, so these are color coded as well with intensity level. So these 9 footprint style, you can change it with just one click, and you can see that it does not lag. It's rendering very smoothly. Let's skip the mini chart session. Let's skip the fundamentals, and we can change all this like this. So yeah, price is reaching quite high, and then yeah, so if you want to keep it like that, you can keep it like this, and then we've got the footprints side here as well. Okay, if you don't want to see that, you can keep it like this. And remember, guys, if you want to keep it a minimalist, you can do that. Keep all this, keep all that, and you can have a chart looking like this, or however you prefer. Okay, so then you've got the ask line here. Let's bring that back up again, the summary table. Ask and the bid price here. So you've got the price line here, and this changes with color as well. So if it's bullish, it changes color. If it's bearish, it changes color as well. And then you've got the chart analyst information here. So this is like your little analyst here that tells you what is happening with the order flow. Okay, so you've got the pair info. It tells you what pair you're trading and what time frame is on, and the daily change. There's also got trend and higher time frame ATR as well based on it. So the ATR is the average true range, halfway on and up. And then you've got the recommendations of what's happening to it. So strong bullish trend, as you can see on the mini chart session. So it's nice, looking very nice, very bullish. And it's telling you price is above all MAs and bullish alignment. So this is a bullish trend. It's telling you that. Then you've got the DOM. So what's happening inside the DOM is telling you that the sellers are coming in, heavy ask pressure, sellers stacked versus bids. So you've got more sellers than more buyers at the moment. That's what it's telling you. Then, so this is your own order flow. So instead of you looking at the DOM, you can just have a look at here and just telling you what's happening right here. Then you've got time and sales as well. You've got on this section here, what's happening with the time and sales. Time and sales is balance at the moment, is telling you is, you know, buyers and sellers almost same. So no heavy pressure from any side at the moment. So it's telling you balance tape, buyer sell near 50-50, no clear aggressor dominance. Okay, so no one's putting any pressure at the moment. So as you can see, the price is currently at a support zone. Okay, so we want to see some sort of reaction here, some sort of heavy. You can buyers defend this position? Do you have any heavy imbalances from the buyers? And do they react from this section? So we want to see heavy imbalances on the green. So let's just wait and see if we get a green imbalance. We already have two imbalances here from the buyers, two heavy ones. If we get a stacked imbalance, so two green imbalances, that will be, so there we go, we've got one here. So now we see the buyers are defending this position. but sellers are trying to push it, and we're getting some sort of reaction from this zone. Okay, so let's go back to the order flow. So it's telling you sellers are trying to push the price down. Sellers in control, monitor for potential breakdown. So you've got this zone here. Can sellers break down this zone? Okay, so you've got two heavy imbalances here from the sellers, but you've also got one heavy imbalance from the buyers, as mentioned before. Yeah, that's what it's telling. Volume is telling you it's not that much of a dominance volume from our other side at the moment. Imbalances, and this is to tell you from several candles before how many imbalances are there, but it's weighted on the most recent candle as well, and then it's telling you so multiple buy imbalances against sellers. Okay, and then key levels, you've got your session POC. So where is the POC for the session? It's telling you 210,983. Okay, that's where your point of control for the whole session is. And daily range is 210, 339, and 277. Okay, and this is up to your discretionary thing. If you wanna, it's a setup and advisory summary. So wait for a clearer setup. Price is the middle of range, mixed signals. Okay, so nothing's, it's not telling you anything's aligned properly yet. So, but right now we are in a zone, so we want to see some reaction from this zone. See if we get more heavy imbalances from the buyers, any more aggressive buying from this zone. Can buyers defend this position, or is sellers going to break down? And if sellers going to break down, then you need aggressive buy imbalance right now. Okay, so let's see if we see an imbalance here, if from the sellers. Okay, so we'll monitor this. You've got the signal meter on this right hand side. Right now it's telling you buy. Okay, and this is based on the MACD. The MAs, you've got 3 MAs. So right now I've got the 9 MA, the 21 MA, and the MA is the moving average. So 9, 21, and 50. But you can change this to whatever you want to prefer. Okay, so you can change it to 100, 49, or 22, whatever you prefer. So all of the MAs are right now are above. The price is above all the MAs. It's also above the VWAP, so the volume weighted VWAP. Okay, so it's very good, and it's above that at the moment as well. Okay, the ATR is tells you if it's choppy, if it's ranging, if it's trending, or on the ATR basis it will tell you. And the POC, the point of control position. Okay, so right now is above the price is above the point of control. As you can see, the point of control is right here. Price is here, and you've got the line here showing you where the price is currently. So it's currently near the value high price area. So okay, so price is above the volume control, and that's telling you that delta, positive delta 22, cumulative data is positive as well, and the volume is there as well. So that's a signal based on all these calculations. And then we have the DOM. So the DOM is the depth of market. It's telling you this information here. And the times and sales is telling you how many orders are coming in. You've got an RSI. So on the times and sales, it's also telling you the buyer and the sell as well, how many of them. Then you've got the RSI here, and these are all color coded, all of this. I'll show you once we go deeper into it. So you've got the MACD as well, and then you've got the volume profile. Okay, so yeah, that's what this chart is. So we're seeing this chart. As you can see, we've got some activity here. We've got a bullish imbalance here, right there. Not sure if you can see it, but it's right there, 208. So buyers are trying to defend this position, and we'll see if we can get a reaction from there. So if we get another buyer imbalance right here, then we'll know the buyers are defending and price likely to go up, or is sellers going to push it down. We just wait and see for this. Okay, and yeah, so we can have a look at volume profile and see what's happening. Yeah, so on the volume profile there is a point of control here at the most priced right there. It will be color coded. This right now is yellow, but you can change that to whatever color you want. Okay, this one is there. So it's bullish. Buyers are in control, but sellers are pushing it. Yeah, okay, let's go to the settings. So yeah, I think I've covered most of the visual layout of the chart. So let's look at the delta. So the delta for that one was 101. So sellers tried to push the price down, so buyers stepping in, defending this zone here. Okay, so we'll look at that. Let's go to the settings. Okay, so the settings. So this is very important. The price package in points. Okay, now in the marketplace, I've given a table showing certain pairs and what price package is recommended. Okay, so this is very important. So please follow that instruction. Number of bars to display. How many bars you'd like to see on the chart? Currently, I've got it at 35. Okay, so let's go step by step on the panel film. So right now I have dark panel. Okay, and this is another good one. So you have about 16 color films right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 color films. Okay, and we'll go each by each one of them. You've got dark and you've got light. So we'll go for the dark first, and then we'll check the light ones as well. So this is the red and green, the classic layout. Let's try blue and orange. If we put blue and orange, then everything changes with one click. Okay, one click and all your layout has changed. Now, if you want to change the imbalance color to whatever other than the blue, because right now you won't be able to see it if it's blue, so I prefer you to change that for the imbalances so you can see more clear to a different color. Okay, you can change this as well. And let's go and check another one. Let's see what's happening with that price. So yeah, so you've got, see, yeah, you've got imbalance here. So buyers aggressive buying is present. They're trying to defend this position right here. So we'll see if we get a reaction from this. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. All right, let's go back to the settings and let's try cyan and magenta. How does that look? So we've got that. Let's try the next one, lime and pink. Lime and pink, everything's changed. And we will try another one, gold and purple. Gold and purple. And let's try teal and coral. We've got teal and coral here, everything's changed. Sky and crimson, so blue and red. And let's see a different kind also. So there you go, guys. We'll gain some sort of reaction from this. Okay, the buyers are defending this position, as you can see with the imbalance and the volume and the delta. Okay, so you've got more buyers defending that position, and we did get a reaction from that. So let's go back to the films and let's get a mint rose. Okay, let's try the next one, orange and dark gray. Orange and dark gray. And look at that reaction. Oof. Yeah, you've got two imbalances here. Yeah. Aggressive buying detected, as you can see on the chart analyst. Multiple buy imbalances. So we did get a massive reaction from this zone. Yeah, there's one, two, so yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next theme color. And we have, what did we do? Orange and dark, yeah. That's green and dark. So that's green and dark gray. And we also have navy and slate. Navy and slate. Navy and gold. Navy and gold. And white and dark gray. So this is very, this would, if you like the minimalist look, you can check that one out like that. Close all this, close all that, and you can keep it nice and simple like this. Yeah. So as you can see, guys, here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 heavy imbalance from this zone. A good reaction, as mentioned. Okay, so yeah, this is what this chart can offer you. Yeah, and this is live as well. So yeah. So let's go back to the coloring. Okay, so where we white and dark gray. Okay, white and dark gray. Let's try emerald and white. Emerald and white, and cherry and teal, and olive and sandy. Yeah. Okay, so this is the dark theme, and you can change these colors however you prefer as well. You can have you've got an option here as well for the theme override, so you can change however color you want to have a look at it as well. Okay, so let's go back to the classic. Let's go back to the classic, and let's try the light theme. So if we press, so that's the classic one. Let's try the light theme. Okay, so light, and we press OK. This is the light theme. You don't have to change anything, as you see, guys. One click and it does it for you. Yeah, everything. So this is how it looks on the dark, on the light side. And let's go for something like this so we can see it more clear. Yeah, and this is how, if you want to prefer looking like this. So let's close these panels. Yeah, so that's the light theme. Let's check all the colors for that as well. So blue and orange, cyan and magenta, lime and pink, gold and purple, teal and coal, sky and crimson, mint and rose, orange and dark gray, green and dark gray, navy and slate, navy and gold, white and dark gray, emerald and white, cherry on two, and let's check the last one. Okay, and there we go, Olive and Sandy. So that's how they look. I'll go back to my classic one. I like this one. Actually, I like this one, the orange and dark gray one, and I prefer this one. Okay, so this is the dark gray. I've got the so you can see sellers are still trying to push down. They went up, and now I've got two heavy imbalances from the sellers. Okay, let's go to the settings again, see what we need to go through. So those were the theme settings. Okay, so you can override all these colors by changing true. Of course, we went through the price buckets, and this is very important. So this will change the height of the candle size. So you find the right price points to match exactly the candle size on the chart. Okay, the number of bars, how many bars you want it displayed on the chart. Refresh rate, leave this at 100 as it is, and leave this at default as well. And this is your, so this will position the whole chart. So the X and the Y positions for the whole chart. Okay, and you can move it around and see how you want it. So you can put all this around and just change it. By default it comes as it is. So if you have a 1920 1080 screen, it will be as it is, so you don't have to really change much. Okay, these are the color themes, so you can change all the grid lines, the panel border colors, the font, text font colors and stuff. So this is all the color theme that you can change. Okay, not going to go into that. So it just tells you the primary text colors, panel border, main panel color, and all this. If you have a theme already selected, you can leave that as it is and just go for one theme. Let's go to the next one. So candle colors. Yep. Again, you can change this once you have these two true. You can change the bullish candle colors and the few and the wick. Okay, for the candle. Volume cells. So these are the cells for the candle. So you can change the intensity colors as well. If you don't have a theme selected, if you want to have your own color selected, you can change it by this. This is the point of control color. Right now it's at gold, but you can have it to whatever color you prefer. Okay, so right now as you can see, there's a gold here. Gold as the point of control for that candle. We want to change it to say magenta, and just press that and to change it to magenta. No, not this one. Change it to this one. So let's go back to that one and change that one. Yeah, so this one is for that. Okay, and let's go to that, and you've got it here. Okay, if you want to see a different color, you can change it to a different color. So at this zone, we're still seeing a reaction. As you can see, we're getting a heavy imbalance from buyers again for see if they can push up the price again, or if sellers are going to step in. Sellers did try to come back here, as you can see, with these two heavy imbalance right here, but we also have a buyers are defending this position, but it looks like sellers are really trying to push this down. Okay, Anyway, let's go back to the settings. And where were we? We were on the point of control color. So yeah. So seamless cell. So if you're on the candle volume cell, if you want to see the cell as seamless, you just press true. Or if you want to see a slight gap, so let's just show you what I mean. Seamless. So we'll leave it to true, and we'll show you what that means. So as you can see, there is no gap between those cells at the moment. So if you go back and say false, there is slight gap, which looks better in my opinion. Okay. And let's leave it to false. Okay. And gap between cells, so 2. So the gap between there and there is 2. We'll leave that at default, and the padding from candle frame is 3. So we'll leave that at 3 as opposed to the cells from the candle body. You know, how much inside do you want to have the cells inside? So if you have more, it will have more gaps. Okay, so show candle frame, we'll leave that as true. Or if you want to leave it at false, you can leave it at false. Text size option, so the candle text size, so the bead and arcs text size is currently at 12. If you want to make it smaller or bigger, we can. Let's try and change it to something really small. So just for demonstration purposes, so let's see. Okay. It looks, you can't even see it, but you can change it to however you want, how you prefer to see that one. So let's leave it back at the default position of 12. Where is it? Let's go for 12. Okay. This is a imbalance text size, so we'll leave it as 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, so right now we've got sellers. They did push that price, that zone down. So we could have a breakdown. We've got another zone here as well, so we could see if buyers try to keep that zone. And as you can see, the zones changed color from dynamically. So right now, it's a resistance. So as soon as it goes up, it will become a support. So let's see if buyers can defend this zone here. If we see any heavy imbalance right now, oh, there you go. We've just got a heavy imbalance here. So we can see if the price can push up, okay, or if sellers are really gonna dominate this zone. Okay, so let's go back to the settings. And this is ideal for scalping, for 5 minutes. Whatever 5 minutes is the best, in my opinion. 1 minute is too choppy, it's too noisy, the price is erratic. I don't. 5 minutes is much smoother. So let's go back to so we've got an imbalance here from the sellers. Let's see what's happening here. Do we get another imbalance from buy or a sell? So we're getting sellers more. Okay, let's go back to the settings. Where were we? So yeah, text imbalance, candle timer. Yeah, that tells you the timer of the candle, how many minutes left. If you don't want to see that one, you can turn that to false. Intensity levels. So these are for the cells. 70, 40, and 14. How much color of intensity you want to see? So you can change these values as well. Imbalance detection. Right now is at 2, 3, and 4. So the imbalance by default is you can change it to 3, 4, and 5, and how you want to. Minimum volume for 100 is 100. I put it up. So you can change this and you can see more or less imbalances. Okay. So minimum imbalance ratio level 1 is 2. So you've got 2 times more stronger buying or selling pressure. The imbalance ratio level 2 is 3 times and 4 times from the other side. Okay, so you can change this ratio levels to how you want to see it. So if you press it to something like 9, yeah, so you'll have 9 times more power. So this will be, you won't see this very frequent because that will be like really strong one. So leave it at, I'll leave it at 4 for my, but you can change it to how you want. So let's just say if we do 1 and 2, now what will happen now is you're going to see more imbalances. Okay, what will happen now is it will see more imbalances. So as you can see, it becomes really sensitive. Because I made a change, it made the candle price have reset it to, so it will come back to that. So let's leave it as 2 and 3, 4. Okay, but you can change this to 3, 4, and 5, or 4, 5, and 6. How you want to see your imbalance, you can change that. Give that to the middle candle. Let's see the chart. Yeah. Let's go back to the settings. As you can see, I've got other 2 more that are in the works. It's a signal one and a bookmark bubbles one as well. We'll go into that another day. So where were we? We were imbalance. That's where we were. We were checking the imbalance ratios. Okay, so text size, we'll leave that as it is. Okay, gap between candle and price panel. So this is the gap from here to here. Leave that as 75, but if you want to see more gap, you can increase that. If you want to see less gap, it's not advisable, but you can do that as well. But by default, it's at 75 from here to here. Okay. Show ask line. If you don't want, if you want to see the ask line, you can see it. If you don't want to, you can turn that off. Candle timer, we've mentioned that. In intensity level, we mentioned that. And imbalance, we just covered that. Okay. So this is another part that imbalance colors by default is green and red. If you want to see that, you can change these colors as well. I also have imbalance colors for each of the 9 footprint candle styles. So you can minimalist, you can choose that, and you can change the imbalance colors here. So you've got the minimalist, the background cells, the candle frame, and all of this. You can change the imbalance color independently of the theme color. Okay, so once you have chosen a theme color, then you can change the imbalance color to see the imbalances better. Okay, so that's that. Delta cells, beta knock cells, and that. Okay, leave the width of the footprint bar. Okay, so from here to here, that's the width. If it's currently at 55, but if you want to change it to something more, you can, and make it more wider or slightly thinner. Space between bars is at current default position of 14. So gap between here and here is 14. You can increase it or decrease it. Show bid ox divider. So the X up between the bid and ask if you don't want to see that. Center separator width, and that's there was a width here line. So if you want to increase that or decrease that as well. Background cells, you can change, leave that as it is because we've got this, or you can change it here as well. But we've got the kind of style here. Show delta bar, you can leave it as false because we can have it here, but by default, if you want it, you can have it to true. But we have it here as well, the delta bar, and we covered what that was. So that is this information right here. Yeah, the delta of each candle. Now I've covered the imbalance, colors, delta bar, gap between delta, candle and delta. So that's the gap between that and the delta here. Okay, that's the spacing. And you can change the colors independent of the theme color as well. So you can choose your own color as well. Delta text is delta text. You can choose the colors as well here again. And then you've got the frameless and the meaningless point of control color. So you can change the colors here for two of the chart footprint chart candles. Show volume bar. You can set it to pause because we've got that here as well. So you can switch on, switch off whenever you want to see the volume bar profile. Okay. And that's the width of the profile. Okay, so right now it's at 40. You can increase it or decrease it how you want to see that. And colors and the point of control colors as well, overriding the theme color. You can change this as well. The volume profile is it's going to use the theme color, but you can override it by choosing your own one. So now we've got the session POC. Now the session POC is on the chart. Can you see it here? Or are we too far up? Let's zoom out. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, so we've got the session POC right here. Okay, you can change that color. So we've got some nice imbalances coming in. But still trying to push the price up. Let's see if we do get prices going up. So you can change that POC, and prices coming near the POC. As you can see, price is right there, and there's the POC. So we might get a nice reaction here. We've also got a zone here, so let's see what happens when price comes here. Price might retest this. We might get nice heavy imbalances from here. Let's go back to the settings. Where were we? Okay. We covered the bar volume profile, supply and zones. Okay, so you can change the supply and zone demands color as well. And if you don't want to see it, you can turn it false, but we also have that setting here. So you can toggle and toggle on from the here as well. And you can see how many zones to render for. And so I'll leave all this as it is. Fundamental panel here. We'll cover that one. That's this one here. You can change the width and the height so you can see more, and the rows as well, and how often it refreshes. So let's just quickly have a look at that. So you can change the width. Currently it's at 430. Yeah. So you can have that and the mini chart together, and you can see what's happening. Let's go back to the settings. So that's fundamentals for you. Cover the fundamental panel. mini chart session. I just showed you that. Yeah, and you can change the session start time to whatever session you prefer. What start time? You can change this, and this will be your local computer time. Okay. Show ticker bar. Okay, the ticker bar information. This is all this. You can change the height, so you can make it more thicker if you want, and you can change the symbol color. Right now I've got a yellow, as you can see, yellow. Price color is blue. You can change it to whatever color you want. Summary table is this one here. Yeah. You can change the height of the summary table, so you can make it higher or shorter. Thinner if you want to, but I'll leave it at 20. So DOM panel, yeah. So the DOM panel is here, and you can change the width if you want to, but leave it as a default as it is. You can change the current price highlight, so price is yellow at the moment, but you can change that color as well. And you've got the time and sales as well, so you've got this one as well there over here. And just RSI, you've got this one here. You can change the line color. The MACD signal meter, you can change the MA period here. Okay, so you can change MA 50, 100, 200, however you prefer. ATR, you can change the ATR. So if you want to say, if you want to see 21 ATR or 9 ATR, you can change all this. Okay, and then we've got the chart analyst. Yeah, so this refreshes every 30 seconds, keeps an update. Yes, volume profile. Let's go. This is one of the main ones as well. So volume profile, you want to see where most of the volume was traded in that session. So we use the session start time. You can use how many bars you want to see for the volume profile, but I use the session one is better. So daily, 12 o'clock. And let's just go over it. So this is the volume profile. Okay, it's in my trading strategy. So I mainly use the volume profile to see what price is doing. So right now you've got the volume high area, which is this part here, and the volume area low, which is this part here. And then we've got, this is the point of control. Okay, so this is where most of the traders was at this position here, the POC. Now right now it's at total, the color. If you want to see a different way, you want to see delta, you can see delta. If you only want to see buy, you can, or sell. Okay, and you can change the POC color as well to whatever you prefer. And leave this as it is. This is the tick volume engine. Leave that as it is. And then you've got the font section where you can change the size of the fonts and the style of the font as well. And yeah, that's about it really. So right now we covered all of it, the settings, and we'll just keep an eye on this, what is happening right now. So we did get two reactions from this zone, a resistance zone. We've got two heavy imbalances from sellers, and we're near the POC, so we might just get a reaction from this, buyers just shooting up again or sellers shooting down. So we'll see. So yeah, so this is the 9 footprint style that I pioneered. It's very, with one click you can choose what you want to see, which kind of style. And as you can see, it renders really nicely and smoothly, no lags. So the bid and ask sellers is the delta cells. Right now we've got the delta cells here. So I prefer this one. Let's get rid of the delta pause. And again, you can get rid of the side panel. You can, if you don't want to see all this footprint style as well, you can just get rid of that. And you can get rid of that and just keep it like this. Very nice minimalist look. Okay, just bring the summary table up in. And just one click and have all that. Yeah, and this is on the MQL marketplace. And this is for Forex. I am creating a futures one as well, the same, with different, slightly different look on the chart analyst. But it will be a futures feed only. This is for Forex feed. Yeah, so if you have any questions, message me, or you can contact me through my email or MQL marketplace, where I'm only selling this product. I hope this helps you in your trading journey, guys, and it becomes a valuable tool. Yeah, take care.